Welcome to another episode of the Change Revolution channel. This is Julianne Christoph. Today we are looking at making the right choice. This is a big one because we are faced with choices day in and day out. I mean, we choose what we want to eat. If we want to go out with friends, we choose our career. We choose if we want to take care of our health or not, the health choices that we make. We choose what kind of relationship we are in, who we allow into our lives. We face choices every day. It can be, you could be facing a career choice right now or a relationship choice. Especially nowadays, we are faced with big choices and the right choice. People get confused with what the right choice is. So let's explore what is the right choice, what influences our choices, and how to make the right choice. So, first of all, what's the right choice versus the wrong choice? Let's start with the wrong choice. The wrong choice, wrong, quote unquote, is the choice that brings you in a state of confusion, of overwhelm. You know, when you're in that place where you have to make that choice and you don't know what the choice to make, what is right for you, that's because you're influenced by the outside world. You're influenced by people, events, circumstances, or even ideas that were imposed on you. So when you're faced with a choice, and we can take a relationship as an example because relationships, everyone is in a relationship in some way, shape, or form, even if it's with yourself. We often are influenced by the outside world and we fear rejection. We fear what people are going to think. We fear um, being abandoned or judged. We want to people please. We look for recognition and to be important for people. And sometimes it's also about expectations. So if we are pressured to make a choice, or if a choice is imposed on us, or I'll say imposed on us, we feel constricted and we don't know how to get out of that stuckness. What's really important when you're faced with a choice and you're overwhelmed, confused, and you don't know what to do, it's so important to take a step back and to breathe because your choices, small or big, will influence you. And if you're pressured to make a choice that is not in alignment, the wrong choice is a choice that is not in alignment with who you truly are, with what you want deep down. What we want deep down in our heart is what's in alignment with us. And when we are faced with making a choice that is kind of imposed on us or out of expectations or because we fear the judgment, we fear rejection, so we rather put ourselves aside and choose superficial peace, it creates so much interference inside, and we battle with ourselves and we literally fight constantly, and in our mind we are stuck there trying to convince ourselves that it's the right choice, trying to prove to ourselves that it's the right choice, and we end up feeling depleted and tired. We lose sleep over it. At one point, you might get to a place where on the surface, you kind of move on, but deep down, you feel the pressure. So if you stay in a relationship too long because you fear leaving that person because you don't want to feel lonely, and you convince yourself that it's the right thing to do because you've invested all these years with that person and it's better that way, at one point you're going to crack. At one point, when you give too much and you stay in a place where it's out of alignment, you will definitely crack in some way, shape, or form. Either you're going to cheat, or you'll go into depression, or somehow you're going to explode, or you'll become sick. A lot of people get sick because they are making choices completely out of alignment. Now, the right choice is a choice that brings you peace. It's a choice that brings excitement, freedom, abundance. It's where you feel that there's space and openness. This is a choice that is made because you're anchored within yourself. You know what you want, you honor yourself, you make the choices based on what's important for you, on your standards, according to your standards and your values. So when you're faced with a choice, it's important to ask yourself questions. And that's why I say right choice and wrong choice. When you want to make the right choice, you want to ask yourself the right questions. And when I say right questions, they are questions that will stimulate your right brain, your creative brain. And those questions starts with what, how, where. Notice how I didn't say why. The why questions keep you in the story. They keep you in your left brain and they keep you justifying and trying to prove and fight and earn. When you make the right choice, you don't fight. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to earn anything. You stand in what is good for you. So the right questions will help you dig deep and find what's underneath the choice that you have to make, or the fear that you have about making a choice, what's overwhelming. So what is overwhelming? What is influencing your choice? What is important for you? What's the outcome that you're seeking? What's the truth about what you really want? The what questions are super powerful to help you make a choice in alignment with who you truly are. And God knows nowadays we need those right choices so we can move in alignment, so we can free ourselves and we can start living the life that we truly want to live. So whether it's a career, a relationship, or with your finances, any kind of choice that you want to make, if you want to bring peace with yourself, not buying superficial peace, that's buying into years of suffering. And we don't want that. We're getting out of that world. We're getting into creating a life that is in alignment by making the right choices that brings you peace, joy, happiness, abundance, freedom. That's what we want. So if you're someone who now needs to, you're at a place where you want to make choices and you know you're influenced by the outside world, you know that you feel pressure and expectations and um, you fear the judgment or being rejected, I have a free training for you called Reawaken Your Power to Choose. It's a 3-part video series that will absolutely transform your life and help you make the right choices to come back into your power so you can feel good about moving forward. You can feel confident and at peace. So just click on the link and get access to those free videos, and I will see you on the other side. Bye for now.